everyone, John Henry here, slingshotfutures.com, and welcome to the Daily Market Mindset, where we take a look at the psychology behind the moves today so we can better understand tomorrow. And today, we're taking a look at the Bund. Now, the Bund is back open again today, and for the most part, mostly a range. We had a small gap down from Friday's price action, because remember, Monday it wasn't open. So we had a gap down from Friday into Tuesday, where we then tried getting a little bit of movement, right? We tried getting a little bit of movement, but it didn't really do so well. They started out with mostly a range and failed out the highs, failed out the lows, and continued a little bit lower with two more legs. After that low was put in, we start grinding a little bit higher, and this is where we start coming in. At 8 o'clock is usually when we start trading, so that's when I start looking at these kinds of markets. And from 8 o'clock, we are coming off the backs of the lows failing pretty aggressively with a very strong rally to the upside. Now, a lot of times, when you get a really strong rally, it usually follows itself up with buyers looking at it thinking, okay, well, there's a good chance that I'll be able to buy a pullback and get a move back up towards the highs. The important part is timing, right? We need to be able to find where the best time to get into the trade is going to be. We don't want to get in too early, and we don't want to get in too late. We want to get in right around the time where it's shifting gears back to make that attempt towards the highs. And this is one of those examples of that, where we have aggressive buyers that come in, they slam the market to a new high off of the range lows. We're looking for the range highs a little bit further up here, and we get a pullback. Now, likely, there will be some buyers that are so aggressive, they're buying all of these bear candles as well. We finally get a first bull candle up, doesn't trigger in buyers. We get another bull candle up, but this is really only the first one that triggers in buyers. It does go up a little ways and then fails back down. So we're not really ready to jump on to the upside yet. We need to wait for more information. Now, we are starting to get that information with these big block sellers coming in, and they end up getting trapped. It doesn't continue lower, right? That's a big clue. The sellers are failing their continuation. We're running into a major area of support on the weekly chart, and now we're starting to turn back up again. So the buyers defended against those sellers, and the sellers try it one more time, and they do the exact same thing. Another failure. Now we have a situation where the sellers have failed consecutively twice, back to back, in the exact same place. It's obvious that the buyers are defending this location, and as long as we get a good reason to, like a very strong bull bar, there's likely going to be a lot of buyers above it, knowing that their stop placement can be below the lows. That low shouldn't break if they're going to hold it. So that's what they're looking for. They're buying into the move, anticipating a move back up towards the range highs. Now, again, the range high is cutting across here, arguably either there or just at the overall high, but either way, range high is still a decent ways away and more than enough room for a trade to take place. Now, they get good continuation to the upside. The sellers try again, and notice that really weak bear attempt right here. There's no interest in it, right? No seller really wanted to jump in on that, or they would have been able to close a good-looking candle with continuation, and they haven't had that. They have a horrible-looking bear candle into an arguably just equally as bad bull candle, and then we have another bull breakout. So the sellers, once again, getting the back end of the shaft, right? And they're getting slammed right back through the highs again, and the sellers are likely going to liquidate if they're still in it. Buyers are going to jump on board and try to push that market back up to finish the job. Beautiful follow-through, small little pullback, and they pop higher to finish the job off to the highs. So two really solid opportunities this morning, and arguably one potentially setting up right around now if they can get a good bull candle going. But we're coming off of the highs of the range now, and ranges, like we always say, they feel very counterintuitive. You need to look to buy low, sell high, stay out of the middle, and you should be okay. And in this case, we're coming off of the highs, and it feels unintuitive to want to be a seller up here, right? Look at this move up. Why would I want to sell this? It's nice and strong. Well, because it's a range, right? We're looking to sell up here with a possibility of a buy trap, get the buyers trapped in, poke above maybe the highs here or maybe up here, and then look for a sell move right back down again. But either way, two solid opportunities this morning in terms of the psychological aspect of things, with both the sellers running with their tail between their legs, getting trapped twice in the exact same place, and the buyers just slamming it right back up against them. So if you have any questions about it, you can always send me an email to the email address right there on the screen, jbrink@slingshotfutures.com. Hopefully you learned something, hopefully you found it interesting, maybe a little bit useful as well, and we'll see you next time.